Ready to say goodbye to that greasy, oily complexion once and for all? Get ready to unlock the secrets to a more beautiful, balanced skin with less shine and a stunning, glowing complexion. In this video, I'm going to give you the step-by-step facial routine you need to watch for ultimate skincare transformation. And make sure you pay close attention to step number 4, as this will be the ultimate transformational step to your skin's results. And at the very end of this video, I'm going to give you a special gift that covers everything in this video and more. So stay tuned till the end. In this video, we're going to discuss how to identify oily skin type, the pros and cons to oily skin, the other skin conditions like dehydrated skin, acne, sensitivity, sun damage, and aging, how to create a well-balanced skin with a skincare regimen, and the 3 categories to skincare. So identifying oily skin type is not really difficult. If you have oily skin, you pretty much know you have oily skin. Basically, the easiest way to state it is you just have oil that produces an excessive amount all over your skin. You might even have like oily hair even and stuff, and it's just constantly needing to be washed. Your DNA tends to want to distribute and disperse a lot of oil all at once. And of course, with all that oil comes a lot of shininess and greasy looking skin. Sometimes it may even look kind of dirty. In many cases for people with oily skin, you don't feel like you need to use a lot of moisturizer or any moisturizer for that matter, because your skin makes so much oil, it's almost like it makes its own moisturizer in its own way, if you will. Plus it just kind of just moves all over the place. You just don't feel like you want to put more on your skin. You tend to also have very large pores, and many times it is pores down the center of your skin in the T-zone. But so for many of you, you might actually have a lot of deeper pores, mainly in like the cheek area and on the sides of the face. Breakouts and acne are very common for this skin type, but not everyone who has oily skin has acne, for instance. You might get a breakout here and there because of a clogged pore, and if you don't know how to properly keep your skin cleansed and well hydrated and moisturized in the proper way, it's very common to have a lot of clogged pores and have acne with this skin type. Another characteristic about this skin type is that your skin actually feels quite thick. It's not thin or anything, but it's like primarily maybe around your nose, you'll notice it's like you just have really tough, thick skin where the skin's not really flexible. And it's mainly because you have a lot of layers of skin that has been compiling with all that oil being distributed, that the skin cells are not actually able to exfoliate off even naturally as it would, even without any help. But the oil just keeps compiling the skin cells on top of itself, so you have really, really thick skin. And just like the moisturizer, you're not really interested in putting on SPF, because one of the biggest problems with it is not only just putting more on your skin that you don't like to do, but a lot of it will slide into your eyes, which I've experienced myself. It is very painful and it just doesn't feel good, and it's like it won't even come out until you wash your face. So I understand that quite a bit, but we still do need to use that SPF, and I'll show you exactly how to balance your skin out so that you can protect your skin properly. And the same goes for makeup. Sometimes makeup just moves all over your skin. Even when you put powder on or anything, it's like it just never stays put on the skin, and it's always looking shiny and greasy, and it just kind of ruins your complexion quite a bit. Now there's actually a pro to this skin type, and one of the biggest pros to the skin type is that you're not going to age as fast as other skin types, because you create so much oil. That's a lot of protection for your skin. You're not likely to actually age as fast or as much as other skin types, so that's definitely a plus there. However, what we just discussed, the cons are pretty much what I just mentioned. You know, you got congestion, shiny, greasy, oily, dirty looking skin a lot of times, a lot of breakouts at times, and then just all the smearing of the moisturizer and the SPF and the makeup and everything. Those are just a lot of the cons for it. Now, as you age throughout time, your skin may just become more normal, because as your oil content, as we age, things start to slow down. We start to slow down the oil production so that it'll actually calm down and become more like normal skin. So there is definitely an advantage to looking forward to the future of kind of like aging in a sense in that case. But again, we also want to balance out your skin well before that, and at least at this very moment, in order for you to have a healthy, happy skin, and that you're happy with your skin and it's not over excessive, it's just very well balanced. Skincare is about balancing the oil and water ratio, and I did put out a video as one of my first ones to identify the skin types is normal skin type, and that's a good video for you to watch, because that is what I want to try to get your skin to mimic. And it might seem like a long reach for you because of all the oil. However, if you balance out your skin properly, you will have more of a normal like skin type even at a younger age. When you are producing a lot of oil, you can actually control that oil to make it more normal skin type. And I will show you that here today with the proper skincare regimen. So this skin type, obviously, I've kind of mentioned it a little bit already, but this skin type does have some skin conditions that are pretty much very common for it. Like we mentioned, the acne, that's pretty much a big given. The pores get clogged. Another one though too is also dehydrated skin. And a lot of reasons for that is because they're using a lot of harsh products that are trying to suck out and dry up that oil, which you can't really dry out oil, by the way. But because we do, we end up drying out the skin. So dehydration is a big problem, and it actually exacerbates the problem of more oil being created. So in this video, I will show you exactly how to have that perfect water and oil balance ratio in your skin by listening and following the protocol that I have for you for a skincare regimen in here. And I also have a video that I had made a little while ago about how oil helps lock in hydration into the skin, and that's a really good video for you to watch. I highly recommend it because it helps a little bit understand what oil does and how it works for the skin. Another problem that this skin type can have is sensitivity due to what I just described. We're using a lot of harsh products, maybe a lot of scrubbing too, like scrubs and stuff that are really not that beneficial for the skin. I know the idea is that you just want to keep trying to clean and clean and clean your skin, and it makes perfect sense. So now that we've constantly cleaning and doing all this stuff, and we're not giving the skin what it's really asking for, what's happening is your skin's getting more and more sensitive just due to all the scrubbing and all the washing and all the dehydrating of the skin. It's basically a form of abuse. And I know you're not trying to abuse your skin. I'm going to give you the step-by-step routine in how to not be abusing your skin, but actually give it exactly what it wants. Sun damage can happen to anybody, regardless of skin type or anything like that. So, you know, sun damage, I will make a video separately on that too, about sun damage and sunscreen and how that works later on sometime soon, hopefully. But before I go any farther into the skincare regimen, I'm going to break them up into what I like to call 3 categories, which is the cleaning, feeding, and protecting steps. And that is super important for you to understand so that you know why we're using all the products that we do to balance your skin out. So I'm going to walk you the steps through right now. Now, I know I discussed that most people with oily skin type probably don't really wear too much makeup, but if you happen to, I want you to use these steps. The first thing I want you to do is to remove the majority of your makeup. And how you're going to do that is by using a makeup wipe, a microfiber towel, or an oil cleanse. And you are going to use these very gently on your skin. I don't want you rubbing or tugging at your skin too much. You should be able to do this quite easily and be able to remove the majority of your makeup. After you've removed the majority of your makeup, we're going to use a cleanser, and we're going to use that cleanser 2 times. That's called a double cleanse. And so what we're gonna do there is you're gonna cleanse your face next after removing the majority of it to make sure we get all the makeup off. And then we're gonna cleanse one more time just to be for certain that we got all the makeup off. Now, normally with this skin type, I would definitely suggest you use gel cleansers that when you rub your hands together with water, it makes bubbles and suds. Those will be your best option since we do need to kind of break down that oil quite a bit that your skin tends to make. One of the most important ingredients to look for in a cleanser is something like salicylic acid. It is very effective at dissolving oil. That's why they put it a lot in acne, skincare medications, and things like that, because it has been very well to removing oil. It's actually what's called a BHA, which is a beta hydroxy acid. So it's actually also naturally exfoliating a bit too. You want to really help dig down into that oil and get rid of all that. And of course, you'll do this 2 times, once in the morning and once at night. The next thing I want you to do is to exfoliate. And I don't want you using scrubs. I really, really want you to use an exfoliation of enzymes. And if you can, get some with some AHAs and the BHAs if you possibly can. And so the AHAs are alpha hydroxy acids, which are very good at exfoliating the skin. These are going to be very gentle on the skin and be able to remove the superficial top layer of keratinocytes, which are the skin cells, and also help even dissolve the sebum that is keeping them together. With a home routine, you could probably exfoliate your face possibly twice a week, but really enzymes and exfoliation, things like that, are really made to exfoliate your skin once a week. For oily skin type is we need to remove a lot of those layers. So we might need to do a little bit more work than any other skin type in order to do this. The next cleaning step you're going to be doing is using a toner. And you'll use the toner day and night as well. Now here's where we come to the feeding stage. This is extremely important. This is the thing that I kind of told you a little earlier to pay attention to, because this is what's going to really also help transform your skin a bit. First feeding step that you're going to do next is using a mask. And we're going to do this in a very specific way. The first thing we want to do is remove a lot of that oil. So I want you to put on a clay mask. What a clay mask will do for you is it's going to suck up and remove a lot of the excess oil, because since water and oil do not mix, what we want to do is we want to remove that excess oil so that we can force feed it with hydration. And this is going to be so key for your skin type, particularly, probably more than any other skin type at all, because you really need to get that hydration into your skin. That's another reason why your skin is making so much oil. Once you've let that clay mask sit on for a while and pretty much almost dry, pretty much almost completely, or whatever one you use. I do have a clay mask that I do like to use. It does not dry. You just need it for about 5 minutes or so, and it'll help kind of suck out and clean up the skin a bit. Once you rinse that clay mask off and you dab your face to just dry it off and it's still kind of moist, you're going to put on either a gel mask or like a sheet mask that has either like a gel substance to it or like a serum substance, kind of more of a watery substance to it. This is going to be key, because now that we've removed a lot of that oil off your skin, we're going to force feed that water into your skin. And gel masks and those serum like kind of mask is key to hydrating your skin. And you can use a gel mask that you just put on with like a brush. Sheet mask is actually really good, and those are very popular now. And the reason why those are becoming very popular is because that sheet mask works much like a barrier between your skin and the air. And what we want to do with a gel mask or the liquidy substance that we're using, we want to keep that active. And the only way to keep that active is to make sure it stays wet. We don't want it really drying. That sheet mask kind of helps make that barrier from reducing the speed of it drying. And I actually do have a facial mask that I like to use, and I use it almost every single day. And it's so good for hydrating your skin. It is like one of the best. That's why I use it. And it's pretty cost effective for itself. So that's another reason why I like to use it. And it's great for sensitivity as well if you happen to have that. So this will help with that sensitivity reason and help hydrate your skin. And I will put that in the description below and a video here for you to watch too. Oh, and you can use these kinds of masks, like I said, almost every single day, or maybe take a day or two off depending on what's going on with your skin. If you notice you start to kind of break out a little bit, you know, just be aware that sometimes overhydrating the skin can do that a little bit. It's primarily for your skin type, since it is prone to being clogged and break out a little bit. The next feeding step is going to be a serum. Serums are great. They're good for any skin concerns that you might have and any goals that you have for your skin. So if that's like sun damage, or you're probably not someone who has a problem with aging, but you know, all these kinds of serums, a hydrating serum would be great. This is a product that can help get you to your goal a lot better. And really, hydration for your skin is a big must in order to help reduce that oil in your skin. And of course, you're gonna put on a serum day and night. Now we're on to the protection stage of the skincare regimen. So the first thing we're gonna use as a sense of protection is a moisturizer. Now I know you do not really like moisturizers, but in this case, it is extremely important even for your skin type. What we're gonna do is use a moisturizer to actually help protect and lock in what we just put in. We just put in water that's very easily to evaporate. So what we wanna do is lock it in. And what a moisturizer actually is made to do is to lock in the moisture in your skin. It's not actually made to put moisture into your skin, which is a big false information about the skincare world. It's actually made to protect your skin and to lock in that moisture that we just put in. So definitely need to put on a moisturizer, and definitely for an oily skin type, oil-free is the best way to go, and it'll really feel more like a lotion. So it should be kind of a little more watery of a consistency, not really a thick feeling to it or anything, and you will be using this day and night. Now for your next step, this might seem or sound a little controversial, but now you can use this for just the night only, or you can use it for both day and night, depending on how you feel about it. And what it is, you will be using a face oil or a skin oil. It has been stated that one of the reasons they started making skin oils, because you're adding oil to your skin, specific ones, it can help to reduce your natural oil that your skin is making. It's also going to give another protection layer as well to help lock in that water. So think of it that way as well. Now, obviously, if this is a day routine, you will want to use an SPF. And I know I just love the SPFs. Just be careful with the skin oil that you put on, not to get it too close maybe to the eye area, because when you put on that SPF, be careful around that eye area too. Definitely use an SPF, and you don't want to go anything lower than SPF 30. If you continue this routine, and you're going to have to do a good job of exfoliating well and also hydrating your skin, the way how I explained there, where you're going to take the clay mask, let that kind of sit and dry up a little bit, suck out that oil, and then rinse that off and put on like a sheet mask or a gel mask or something. If you're doing that quite regularly, your skin is not only going to be really well hydrated, but because it's really well hydrated, your skin will not feel the need to push out so much oil. A lot of reasons why your skin's doing that is because it's trying to protect itself because there's not enough water in the first place. Your skin will start to kind of balance out over time, and like I said, your skin just won't be making so much oil. So this is how we're going to make it more like normal skin type already, where your skin starts to reduce its oil content because it's like, hey, there's a lot of water. This is what's really great, and we're gonna just, you know, we don't have to produce so much oil anymore. So now that you've listened to all of that and how to do it, I do have a free gift for you. Now, I don't know how long I'm gonna keep this for free, but for now, at this moment, since I am a small channel and I just made this video, I am planning on giving this out for free. What I'm giving to you for staying here and listening to me and watching my channel is I will be giving you everything that we just discussed right now, and I put it in a really nice, well-formatted and beautifully designed and fun to read book for you, so that you have it at your fingertips all the time, so that you know how to take care of your skin and just go through the steps of a skincare regimen for oily skin type. So if you're interested, I will put the link down below for you to click on, and all you have to do is just tell me where to send you the book. Also, in case you're wondering more about your skin type and just to look more farther deeper into it and to make sure you are on the right video for your skin type, I will put a link in the description down below as well for taking a quiz on understanding and knowing your skin type. So I will put that in the bottom below for you to take as well. So thank you so much for joining me here at Contour Image, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And just remember to stay beautiful for life.